outside. Twale holding on 3/4 of the length. It's Twale. Twale's going to be the winner. By a length, Badgerland is second, 5 lengths to the Gumbo. They come to the wire. It's Snow Chief. Snow Chief going away a length and a half. Unbridled, drawing away by 3. A dramatic performance this afternoon by Holy Bull by 5.
They're off. Kudos for Sweets gets out first. Light Exercise is flashing early speed, and it's Light Exercise to the front. But Kudos for Sweets is right there to go with her, head-to-head in the early going, and the favorite, Very Sentimental, is just in behind the lead, running third. Nezzy Baby's alongside her. Looking to You is running fifth. A break of 3 to Darned Alarming and Handle with Care. Up the backstretch, Light Exercise, the leader, chased by Kudos for Sweets through a quarter of 22 3/5 seconds. Very Sentimental has come off the rail for a clear aim at the lead, running third. To her outside, Nezzy Baby still running down on the inside. Around the far turn, it's still Light Exercise, holding Kudos for Sweets at bay, with Very Sentimental tracking them intently third. At the quarter pole, Light Exercise still holding on, short lead. Kudos for Sweets right there, and Renee Douglas asking more from Very Sentimental. Coming down to the last furlong now. Kudos for Sweets, Jerry Bailey goes to work on her, and she's responding. Kudos for Sweets spurting away from Light Exercise. Very Sentimental has moved into second, and they're coming down to the line. Kudos for Sweets will win the Florida Derby Day opener by 2.5 lengths.
And Very Sentimental, the favorite, doesn't get the lead. Instead, it's A. Taylor's Kudos for Sweets, the daughter of Duck Dance, close to the pace every step of the way, under winning rider Jerry Bailey. Second race, maiden 3-year-olds, 3/4 of a mile. We're going to join it in progress. We have blinkers on Clever Effort. At first time Lasix on the first time starter Kayeli by Seattle Slew is a half to Paradise Creek, but blinkers on Bronx Bill. All eyes on DeFrere.
He's fourth. The field turning for home. DeFrere in between horses. A short lead at the top of the stretch. Kayeli right there to his outside. Motivated Genius couldn't keep up. He's dropped back to third. Phineas Freeze still fourth. At the 8th pole, DeFrere digging down. Tested by Kayeli. DeFrere tenacious while in front. DeFrere holding on to the lead. Kayeli on the outside. Those two coming down to the line. Oh, brother, what an effort. DeFrere the winner after being left at the gate. He ran 6 furlongs in 109 and 4.
And that's the reason all eyes were upon him. A full brother to DeHare by Deputy Minister. It's Due Process Stables, the leasees here in the winner's circle, Ronaldo Nobles and Jerry Bailey with 2 on the card. Stakes, $50,000 for fillies and mares, a mile and an 1/8 here. Hard to tell who will go to the lead, but the favorite, T. Winot.
And they're off. Cupid's Dream getting off cleanly. No one really anxious for the lead. No one's taken any initiative yet. In between horses, Florimira, then T. Winot. Saper on the outside now. Mike Smith sending Saper toward the front. T. Winot and Jerry Bailey also looking for the lead now. And Florimira backs off to run in third. Cupid's Dream is running fourth, followed by Clean Wager and High Meal Royal at the back of the pack. T. Winot has made the early lead through an opening quarter of 23 3/5 seconds. Mild pressure from Sapor, and Florimira sitting just off the early lead and running comfortably in third. It's 2 lengths back to Clean Wager and Cupid's Dream, and farther back, High Meal Royal will be the early trailer. They're into the backstretch now. T. Winot still holding on to the lead. Saper on the outside. The half mile went in 47 4/5 seconds. And then it's Clean Wager now, who is advanced to third. Florimira down on the inside of her. 2.5 lengths to Cupid's Dream. High Meal Royal still trailing the field. A half mile left. T. Winot still the leader. Saper's been glued to her most of the way. Florimira's been running third and saving ground. She's still being unhurried at this point. Then Clean Wager midway around the far turn. It's still T. Winot. Saper still running second. Hasn't moved by yet. 2.5 lengths back. Florimira now called on for more on third. At the quarter pole, T. Winot and Saper are on even terms. And Florimira third off the turn into the stretch. And Sapor has taken a short lead. T. Winot now put to a full-out drive here by Jerry Bailey. It's T. Winot and Saper, and they're slugging it out down the stretch. T. Winot determined to at the inside. Safer on the outside is Resolute. Ding-donging it down to the line. What a show they put on. And T. Winnott got to the line first.
You know, Sapor had a really rough trip last time, ran a much improved effort, but the strong horse is Fairfellow Farm Limited's Vice Regent filly, T. Winnott. David Carroll, winning trainer, and guess who? Jerry Bailey, winner number 3. We'll join the 4th in progress. It's a field of maiden 3-year-olds going 1 mile and 1/8 on a firm turf course. A lot of give in the course, though. No clear-cut favorites in here. Blinkers on Underhill.
Homestead East, the early pacemaker, is now back running 3rd toward the inside. Circumnavigator right there running in 4th. Woodstock 2 threading his way through now. He's 5th and closing in on the leaders. Underhill dropping back in the field, and Dagda. The field coming to the final furlong. Select Session hooking up with Forest Thunder. Circumnavigator's in tight quarters, frustrated with no running room. Circumnavigator now finding a seam and a burst of energy there. But in the meantime, Woodstock 2 is closing fast. Circumnavigator bowled his way through 100 yards out to win.
Oh, a tough trip, but he overcomes it. Circumnavigator, a son of show dancer, had a pair of seconds on the turf and moves up here under Craig Perrette for trainer Jimmy Bracken and the Almost Heaven stable. Also a strong effort from Select Session, a first-time starter by Me Selecto, coming from a difficult outside post. 5th race, 3-year-olds in the Holy Bull Stakes. $50,000 on the line, 1 mile and 1/16 on a speed-favoring racetrack. Private Right's looking to make it 3 in a row. Scratch King James.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Royal Mitch comes out first. Wild Sin came away cleanly, and those two will vie for the lead under the line the first time. In behind them, it's Private Right up close and down inside. Maddie's Walk-White being wrangled back in between horses. And Bet Your Bucks was jostled about, now bounced about in between horses. And on the far outside, top account 4 wide round the first turn. 8 lengths back to Buffalo Eric, who's just loping along in the early going. Royal Mitch the leader, Wild Sin pressing second. Private Right tucked away in behind them, and top account moves up to be 4th. The opening quarter went in 23 4/5 seconds. Bet Your Bucks is 5th, followed by Maddie's Walk-White, now 6th on the outside. A big break back to Buffalo Eric. Moving down the backstretch, Royal Mitch short lead. Wild Sin still pressing. Top account right there, sitting off the pacemakers on the outside. Private Right is settled into a rhythmic beat while saving ground. A soft half mile here, 48 2/5 seconds. Easy fractions in the early going. It's still Royal Mitch leading the way. On the outside, there goes Top Account. Top Account now moving toward the lead. Wild Sin's in between horses. Then Bet Your Bucks, and to his inside, Private Right. Rounding the far turn, Royal Mitch has been in front the whole way, still in charge as they move toward the quarter pole. Wild Sin second, Top Account third. Bet Your Bucks will be forced to go wide, and Private Right still waiting for running room. Off the turn into the stretch, Royal Mitch is still the one to catch. Wild Sin on the outside, Private Right down on the fence, but Royal Mitch is giving them the slip, and he's opening up and leaving the others behind. Private Right coming through on the rail. On the outside, Wild Sin, and Royal Mitch pulls it off. A 4.5 length win under a heady ride by Robbie Davis.
You know, this horse was vastly overlooked considering he had won over the course, coming off the layoff for Frank Alexander. Scratch Sonny Rican.
They're off. Hematite stumbled leaving the gate. On the far outside, Leap with Joy has come out quickly. Fleet Brass is also right there. Here comes Jump the Shadow. Slice of Reality is up close. Then Mighty McGee out of the chute and onto the main track now. Jump the Shadow out to get the lead. Fleet Brass winning second. Leap with Joy third. Slice of Reality fourth. Mighty McGee fifth. Bick up close in and among horses sixth. Houston Hawk is seventh and behind that group. Followed by Joy Drive. Then Hematite, who was off to the awkward beginning. New York Minuteman is now being pushed along to stay within 10 lengths of the lead. Swiss Asset trails the field behind a sharp first quarter of 22 1/5 seconds into the far turn. Fleet Brass head-to-head with Jump the Shadow. Those two in their strides are synchronized around the far turn. Bick just off them on the far outside, now running third. Slice of Reality is between horses fourth. Mighty McGee down inside, hemmed in fifth. Houston Hawk is sixth, 5 lengths from the lead and getting closer as they come to the top of the stretch. It's Fleet Brass in front. Jump the Shadow is tailed off toward the inside. Bick poised on the outside third. Slice of Reality right there between horses fourth. Houston Hawk continues to pick it up on the outside. They're coming down toward the final furlong, and it's Fleet Brass in front. On the outside, Bick to the attack. Farther back, it's Houston Hawk. Mighty McGee got boxed in the stretch. 16th pole. Fleet Brass still there and lengthening his stride coming down to the line. It's going to be Fleet Brass to win it here by a length and a half. Bick was second. Mighty McGee finally got out to be third.
Very smart investment for owner-trainer E.T. Broom, who claimed this son in Dixieland Brass last time for $62,500. Wire-to-wire fashion here under Speedy Joe Bravo, and a nice return on investment. 7th race, the Buckram Oak Handicap. These are fillies and mares going 1 1/16 on a firm turf course. The rain is holding off. Scratch Alice Springs and Apolda.
And they're off. On the outside, Caress comes out to a clean start, and Caress goes immediately to the front. Then Regal Joy. Down inside, it's 09er. Moving by us for the first time. 09er benefiting from that inside post. Caress on the outside. Those two vying for the lead. Just in behind, it's Regal Joy in between horses. Icy Warning coming up the hedge to run in 4th. And then Tango Charlie, 3 wide, running in 5th. Weekend Madness in between horses, in a bit tight, running 6th now. Cox Orange drafting in behind horses in 7th position in the early going. Sheerdar is 8th. Magyar 9th. Delightful Bet is 10th. Spectacular Image is the trailer as they make their way into the backstretch. Up front, it's 09er pressed by Caress. Those two now head-to-head down the back stretch with Tango Charlie sitting just off them, running 3rd. Icy Warning, the gray, is 4th. Regal Joy is running in 5th. Weekend Madness down on the hedge in 6th, about 5 lengths from the lead with a half-mile to run. Cox Orange is outside her. Sheerdar pinned down inside, followed by Magyar, Delightful Bet, and Spectacular Image. A tight pack moving into the far turn now. It's only 7 lengths from front to back. It's still 09er and Caress vying for the lead as they move midway around the far turn. Tango Charlie right there. Tango Charlie's called on for more run. Cox Orange is a powerful 4th. Icy Warning running in 5th position, and Weekend Madness is pinned down on the rail with absolutely nowhere to go as the field turns for home. Caress short lead. 09er right there. Tango Charlie to the attack. Cox Orange uncorking her rally now, and there's room for Weekend Madness, and here she comes. A 16th from the line. Tango Charlie, Cox Orange, Weekend Madness closing hard. Magyar on the far outside. Here's the line. Cox Orange got there first.
Overcoming a difficult outside post position, it's Darley Stud Management Incorporated's Cox Orange, a 5-year-old daughter of Trampoline, now 3 in a row here at Gulfstream. Back-to-back stakes victories under Jerry Bailey. He's red hot with 4 winners today, this one for trainer Chris Clement. 8th race, the Creme Fresh Handicap, 3-year-olds and up, 1 1/16. Looks like lots of early speed on paper. Come on, Flip looks to make it 2 in a row. Warm Wayne likes this racetrack. Seattle Morn is the speed, but upping the ante, getting a lot of consideration with a near miss last time, and Pat Day in the irons.
They're in the gate. And they're off. It's Seattle Morn and My Mike, Warm Wayne, and down toward the inside, Silent Lake. Heading for the first turn, Seattle Morn and Warm Wayne, who benefits from his inside post. Silent Lake's just in behind them. My Mike 4th on the outside. Bull in the Heather has been maneuvered immediately to the inside. In between horses, upping the ante, is running in 6th. And Meadow Monster is 7th in the early going. Then a break of 4 to Come On Flip and Dancing John at the back of the pack as they make their way into the backstretch. 23 and 3 for the first quarter. Seattle Morn cruising on the lead in the early going. Out there unchallenged by a length and a half. On the outside, Silent Lake 2nd. Warm Wayne tucked in behind the lead 3rd. My Mike kept within striking range, only 2.5 lengths from the front 4th. Meadow Monster's on the move, traveling smoothly while outside horses. Then it's upping the ante. Bull in the Heather in behind horses. And then Come On Flip and Dancing John at the back of the pack. Seattle Morn has run the opening half in 47 and 4 and is still there. The leader by a length as they move into the far turn. Meadow Monster's on the outside now, revving up 3 wide. Warm Wayne and Jerry Bailey right there in behind the lead at the rail. Then it's Silent Lake running in 4th. My Mike is under the whip in 5th. Upping the ante. Come On Flip on the far outside. Bull in the Heather has a lot to do as the field turns for home. Meadow Monster and Silent Morn, and those two hook up for the stretch drive with Warm Wayne just in behind behind them. And Silent Lake running fourth. Bull in the Heather is fifth. Down to the final furlong. Mike Smith and Meadow Monster trying to get one more furlong from him. Here comes Warm Wayne and Jerry Bailey, who's going to try to make it 5. It's Meadow Monster, Warm Wayne, ding dong down to the line. Jerry Bailey did it. He's won 5 so far today.
And your co-host for this afternoon of racing, Jerry Bailey. 5 winners on the card, and this one a double for trainer Ronaldo Nobles and the Due Process stable. Warm Wayne, a son of a friend, being gelded and handicap. $100,000 on the line for 3 and up, 1 mile and a 16th on a firm turf course. Scratch, standing cast. The 11 horse outside posts have a disadvantage, but the vid is right in the middle with Jerry Bailey.
And we're ready for a start. They're in the gate. And they're off. So Sterling and Dominant Prospect toward the outside. DJ's Rainbow toward the inside. And not surprising in mid-pack, Dominant Prospect crossing over just ahead of the field, out to get a short lead. Theodore War down on the fence second, and Flying American is now running third. So Sterling fourth, and not surprising, a hard-held fifth. Aaron Dew is sixth on the outside. Chief Master running seventh, and the vid is eighth toward the inside. DJ's Rainbow to his inside, now running in ninth position. And then farther back in the field are Mighty Forum, Chrysalis House. Soulbird will be the early trailer. They're rounding the first turn. Dominant Prospect blazes the way into the backstretch. Flying American in hot pursuit running second. And then it's Theater War running in third. On the outside, So Sterling is fourth, and the vid is fifth in between horses. Then it's Chief Master running in sixth, followed by Not Surprising and DJ's Rainbow, followed by Mighty Forum, then Aaron Dew, Chrysalis House, and Soulbird at the back. Up front, it's still Dominant Prospect, continuing to lead the way. He ran a strenuous half mile in 46 4/5 seconds, with Flying American pursuing that hot pace. On the inside, it's Theater of War running in third. The vid and Jerry Bailey are only 2 lengths behind at the midway point on the turn. So Sterling is fifth, DJ's Rainbow sixth, and Mighty Forum is kicking in. The field turning for home. Flying American. Here comes the vid, making his bid for the lead on the outside as Jerry Bailey bids for a sensational 6 wins. Dominant Prospect is given up the lead as the vid rolls past the 8th hole, opening up, leaving Flying American and DJ's Rainbow behind. Here is the unbeatable Bailey. He wins 6 so far today. He did it here with the vid.
And a record-breaking day for Jerry Bailey. Hard to stop a guy when he's on top of his game. This time it's Joseph Sullivan's The Vid, son of World Appeal, 5-year-old, so consistent. Now it's 2 in a row in graded stakes company for trainer Marty Wolfson, and a very impressive effort at that. And going to the Florida Derby, no scratches or changes in this lineup. 3-year-olds going 1.5 miles on a fast and speed-favoring racetrack. 3 horses for the price of 1 at Suave Prospect, Star Standard, and Cressa. They've got all the bases covered, but look out for Thunder Gulch.
And they're off in the Florida Derby. And it's Star Standard put to the whip to try to get the early lead. King's Fiction is right there, and those two hook up right from the beginning. And just in behind, Thunder Gulch runs third. Then it's Oliver's Twist fourth on the outside. Suave Prospect gets a spot at the rail running in 5th position. Jambalaya Jazz is 6th, and Mecky is 7th. Pat Day riding the rails with Flitch 8th. And then it's Cinch who's a wide 9th, and well behind is Stretch running Cresa as they make their way toward the backstretch. Star Standard the leader, and King's Fiction making him work to hold the lead. Thunder Gulch sitting just off the pacemakers running third. Suave Prospect in between horses is fourth, with Oliver's Twist fifth on the outside. Flitch is up close. He's only 3.5 lengths from the lead. Then Jambalaya Jazz is beginning to make progress. Legitimate fractions here, 47 1/2 mile. The field moving midway down the backstretch. King's Fiction and Star Standard are inseparable with a 1/2 mile to run in this Florida Derby. On the inside, Suave Prospect is right there. And Thunder Gulch and Oliver's Twist around the far turn now. And it's Star Standard holding on to a short lead. King's Fiction couldn't keep up. Thunder Gulch now confronting the front runner. And there goes Jerry Bailey with Suave Prospect with an aggressive move toward the rail. Oliver's Twist is right there on the outside. Jambalaya Jazz is 5 lengths to make up as the field turns for home. And it's Suave Prospect in front. Thunder Gulch is running second as they come down to the last furlong. It's Suave Prospect. Bailey's all over him, trying to get a 7th win today. But Mike Smith will have something to say about
2 winners in that field. A game race from Suave Prospect, but Thunder Gulch in front at the wire. 2 in a row now, the Fountain of Youth and the Florida Derby. Looks like we've got us a consistent winning 3-year-old. Michael Tabor, the winning owner. Dwayne Lukas, winning trainer. Mike Smith in the irons for that one. The Swale Stakes on tap now, 7/8 of a mile. More 3-year-olds here. Exciting speed in this one.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Sitting Cool comes away in good order and goes right to the front. Mr. Greeley was off a step slowly, but is making strides quickly. Devious Course in behind them. To their outside, it's Kinnicker, then Don Juan A, and the early trailer will be Pyramid Peak. He's a mid-rank at this point. Bailey trying to settle him down. Moving up the backstretch. And the opening quarter in 22 4/5 seconds. It's Sitting Cool with the 2-prong challenge from Mr. Greeley to his inside, Kinnicker to his outside, just in behind Devious Course. Pyramid Peak down on the fence running 5th, 2 lengths back to Don Juan A. As they move into the fire turn, Mr. Greeley has come on to take the lead. Mr. Greeley in front, Sitting Cool second. On the inside, Pyramid Peak running 3rd with Devious Course alongside him. Kinnicker is back to 5th, and farther back, Don Juan A. Moving toward the quarter pole, Mr. Greeley holding on, short lead. Sitting Cool right there. Devious Course and Pyramid Peak in behind them. Coming down toward the final furlong now. Mr. Greeley, a short lead. In between horses, Devious Course trying to come on through. And on the inside, it's Pyramid Peak running 3rd, 16th from the line. Mr. Greeley fully extended to hold off Devious Course. And here's the line. Mr. Greeley and Julie Crone back to the winner's circle to win it.
First time Lasix, and Julie Crone back in the irons. Does a trick for Mr. Greeley. Switches leads with no problem, and notches the victory for Condren Cornacchia and Nick Zito. A sharp effort. Last race will join in progress. It's the Sir Omni starter handicap. They have to have started for 50,000 or less, 1.5 miles on a firm turf course.
Skating on thin ice, 6th in between horses, out of the realm of 7th. Into the fire turn, Dr. Disaster, Berry Parkway. Jerry Bailey trying to win a 7th race today on heavy rain, and he's looking good. Moving toward the lead on the outside 3rd. On the rail, it's his turn to win, now running in 4th position. Skating on thin ice is now 5th. Bure had to steady 6th. And the field turning for home. It's Berry Parkway, the leader. Heavy rain, and Bailey trying to get to him with the furlong to run. Then farther back, skating on thin ice is running 3rd. At the 8th pole, Bailey's in front on heavy rain. Heavy rain is the leader coming down to the line. Berry Parkway, here's the wire, and Bailey has won a record 7 sensational races on Florida Derby Day.
Appropriate for this day to end this way. Heavy rain, and son of Wild again, goes 2 in a row for Jerry Bailey, who's been the mark of consistency all meet long and sets a record here for J.C. McDonald. Dwayne Lukas, his 2nd winner on the card.